couple of years ago. You know, like the game show Total Wipeout.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that. I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But it was like a Total Wipeout course. It's like inflatable, huge course in the middle of a lake. Now, bear in mind, I think I can swim. I haven't really tested it that well.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can. And I am very uncomfortable around water. Like, I don't want to be swimming. So we're doing this Total Wipeout course, and I look so embarrassing because I'm like I'm not crawling everywhere yet, but I'm being so careful. I'm like scooting around this entire course, and there's a few obstacles, but they're not too bad. It's like, ooh, crawl through a hole,
right?
Or like, you know, I don't know, walk in between these two barriers. And then I don't know what came over me because I saw the big red balls. You know the ones from Total Wipeout.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've always thought I could do that. Something about watching the TV show. I watch everyone fall off them over and over again.
I can do that.
And I just look at them and I think they're just not doing it the way I would do it.
I'm gonna do it right.
I'm gonna do it right. And I didn't want to get in. I didn't want to be in the water. I wanted to avoid being in the water at all costs.
Yeah.
But something came over me and give me the confidence that I could do the balls.
Right.
And I watched several people go ahead of me and they all fell in the water. And still, I thought, nah, they're just not doing it right. I've got a secret. I've got the secret to this. I know what I'm going to do. I fell in, didn't I?
Yeah.
Fell in on the first one. And then I just like completely fell in. We did have life jackets on, but they weren't like the proper like air inflated, like super like buoyant. They were like, if you were swimming, they would give you a bit of assistance, but they wouldn't hold you above the water for long, sort of life jackets.
Oh God.
And I fell in the water, went like fully submerged. I came up and I'm like I couldn't breathe. I'd swallowed water.
I hate that.
I felt like I was drowning. And then you're supposed to like swim around to like a specific bit of the course where it's easier to climb up.
Okay.
But I didn't know where I was so disoriented. I didn't know where it was. I didn't want to like swim further than I had to. I was like in emergency mode. So I just swam over to some random bit and I like tried to get up onto the course and I couldn't. And I looked like...
What happened? Did someone have to get you?
Yeah, I looked like a seal, like coming up, and eventually,
when they go like,
and then
like
people on the course that were like waiting to go on an obstacle were just kind of like looking at me like, what is she doing?
No.
And I ended up being like, help me! I just had to get out, and then I and this was on the far end. I managed to get back onto the course, but I was at the far end of the course, so I crawled all the way back. I crawled through the rest of the obstacle so that I wouldn't fall in again. And they were like children, you know, 5-year-old children, like
bounding through,
laughing, slipping in, and and I'm just there on my hands and knees in like a swimsuit with in a life jacket on. And if I had footage of me that day, I wouldn't want to see it. Like, I would want it burned. It was so embarrassing. And then Joel jumped in like 5 minutes later and did his ankle in, so
ouch.
Neither of us had a good time.
Ouch.
Mine was more embarrassing though, I think.
Yeah,
I nearly
would
drowned.
argue that nearly dying isn't you don't look cool nearly dying.
No, it didn't look cool. And also like when I fell in, I was like, I've made a terrible mistake. And I could see all my friends, they were like further away. So like Ollie and everyone, they all thought it was really funny that I'd fallen in, so they were all laughing at me. And I thought I was dying.
You thought you were gonna die. You're like, I'm dying, and they're laughing. I'm dying. Oh my God,
but
that sounds fun though.
Embarrassing. So that's why I don't like swimming. Like now if the opportunity comes up, I don't want to do it.
Oh, I just
think about
like
that
swimming.
too much.
Nearly drowned the last time I went swimming.
Where?
Was it the last time in Paris? We went to a water park.
Oh, in a water park?
Yeah, we went to a water park, and at the end, before they close, they do the wave machines. I nearly drowned
in a wave machine.
Yeah, because they were really big waves. They were huge.
Yeah, they did them so big.
They did them so big, and also they've got a tempo to them. So if you go off tempo when you jump, which I did because I was talking,
you get smashed in the face.
I got smashed in the face by a wave, and it pulled me under. And I come back up, and I'm like, and then the next wave dragged me down. I just like to point out. Scott was the only one one who noticed that I was drowning.
What
So
did he
Scott
do?
saved me.
Oh.
He swam over, laughing, by the way. He found it quite funny. Literally, like, picked me up out of the wave and, like, walked me back to where it was, like, less deep. And I was just like, for a moment. And then I was like, oh, that was embarrassing. I think the 100 bibbies again.
Okay. When you go to the swimming pool, and when you're swimming and your head is only just above the water, do you feel like you can't breathe because you're too close to the water? Nope, just me. Okay.
The bit where you have to, like, almost stretch your neck up a bit.
No, like, my head is above the water, but the air feels full of
chlorine.
water
Is it
chemicals.
chlorine?
It might be
that you don't like the chlorine. Thank you for the hype train, guys, by the way.
Okay, so some people get.
Yeah, I get. Like, well, I think for me it's like that feeling of like, oh, if I slip even the tiniest bit, I might die.
Yeah.
And drown.
For me, it's not even like even if I'm stood on the bottom,
Right.
but it's like even I'm like the air is up there.
It's
I'm in the air.
It's because it's
but
packed
it
with
feels
chlorine.
like the air is further high up. Like I feel like
What
I need
about
to be
in the
higher
ocean?
up. I've never been that deep in the ocean.
okay,
I don't love deep water, so
That's fair.
If
yeah,
I'm in
nor
the
do
ocean,
I. That's fair.
so we've both had embarrassing
With swimming.
stories.
Yeah.
Your friends saved you. My friends laughed at me.
Yeah, Scott did save me. Shout out Scott for that. Didn't die in Paris as a result.
What a way to go!
I don't know if we'll swim in Rotterdam. I don't think
Wait, is
we
that
will.
where the next?
Yeah,
TwitchCon
we
is?
try and swim
Ooh.
every TwitchCon.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we started it in San Diego.
Oh.
We went for a swim and then we did it in Paris and then we did for Vegas.
What if there's like a TwitchCon in like Norfolk one time? Like, are you gonna go swimming in Norfolk?
Probably not. No.
Suddenly, when
Probably
you're not
not.
in a tropical destination, the
Well,
swimming.
to be fair, we didn't in Amsterdam. Rotterdam, I don't think we will either because I don't think there's anywhere to swim, like nearby.
in
Vegas and San Diego, we had the pool.
Rotterdam?
Yeah.
Or
like not anywhere warm.
where
anyway.
is Rotterdam? Is that Germany?
It's Amsterdam.
Oh, it's
It's,
Amsterdam.
in
Oh, it's
Netherlands,
Amsterdam.
yeah.
Oh.
It's a 20-minute.
There'll be somewhere to swim, right? Like even a local pool, maybe not a water park.
I had a look. I
They
couldn't find
must have
much.
a water park actually, because it does get really hot in Amsterdam.
It
In,
was boiling
Sorry,
when
in
we
the
first went,
Netherlands
yeah.
sometimes.
But yeah.
Norfolk Leisure Centre is peak.